guys, welcome to Fun with Electronics. Today we're going to be building a nightlight. Alright. My name is Karen and I'm from Springfield. In the fall I'm going to be a senior at Union County Magnet High School, just like everyone else who's running this program. So just a reminder that anyone under the age of 13 should be accompanied by your parents for privacy reasons. And do not post any personal information, and we will remove any comments revealing personal information. So. Alright, now we're going to review the safety pamphlet included with your kit. We're going to review it now. Alright, so for buzzers, buttons, and LEDs, do not use the buzzer in a place where sound is not permitted. For your button, do not constantly press the button for no reason. And for the LED, do not put the LED close to your eye when it is turned on. Always use a resistor when operating an LED. Alright. Do not eat or lick any of the items, put anything near water or food, or throw or try to damage it. Oh my god, that's a large ant. Okay, sorry. Ask us if you want to attempt to build something outside of the curriculum. We'll be happy to help. And make sure you work in a clean place where your items don't get lost. Keep your batteries in a good temperature, so not below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or above 115 degrees. If it doesn't work anymore, just dispose of it in a trash can. Don't yank any wires, and don't yank any of the wires, and only put AAA batteries in the battery holder. For motor safety, we don't need to go over that today, but alligator clips, don't pinch anyone, of course. And only use alligator clips on wires or the legs of the electronics. Don't attempt to stretch the alligator clips. So now we're going to review some of the stuff we learned in the past two sessions. So first we're going to review the components. So our batteries provide voltage to power the circuit, and the battery holders hold them so that we can treat multiple batteries as one power source. There's positive and negative terminals of the battery holders. That's the red and the blue, and the red and black wires. And the energy flows from positive to negative. We also have resistors, which resist the current, and LEDs, which stand for light emitting diodes. Diode means that the electricity can only flow in one direction. So that's why it's important that you attach the end of the alligator clip with the electricity flowing in to the longer end of the LED, and the electricity flows out through the shorter leg. Okay, so we also have piezoelectric buzzers, which produce sound, and buttons, which switch the circuit from open to closed, or vice versa. So let's review some of the concepts. We talked about circuits, where we have a closed circuit forces electrons to flow from the positive terminal to the negative terminal, whereas an open circuit does not let the electrons flow, therefore the components will not turn on if you have an open circuit, which is why our switches work. Then we have series and parallel. Series circuits have one path for the current, so that's the diagram you see at the top, the upper diagram, I guess, where everything flows in one path. And parallel circuits, which we made last time, have multiple paths for the current. So that's the bottom picture. All right. So I guess let's move on to the actual project. So today we're going to be making a nightlight. So what we will need are a sheet of paper. Lined paper helps because it's easier to make a straight square. Then you need a ruler, a pair of scissors, a writing utensil, pen, pencil, marker, whatever you want to use. And then you'll need your electronics. So your batteries and battery pack. Batteries in a battery pack, LED button, 3 alligator clips, and a tooth. Normally, we typically use a resistor for these. I chose, it is a safety thing. I chose not to use one for the nightlight because it just makes it brighter, which is convenient. All right, we're good to go. So now we're gonna start making our nightlight. So we're gonna start off with creating like the cover of the nightlight, I suppose, like the actual physical part. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a 6" by 6" square. We're gonna create a 6" by 6" square. It should look like this. So if you already are good with that, like, and you can do it on your own, go ahead and start doing that. I will demonstrate it here though. So I put my ruler at the 6" mark and mark it at 0. Then turn my paper, and then do the same thing, put my ruler at 0, mark it at the 6" mark. Turn it. Then what I'm gonna do is take this, mark it at the put it at the 6" mark, mark it at 0 again, and then connect the dots here. And connect this parallel to that. You can use your line the line paper is good because you can use it as a reference to make a straight line. So hold your ruler parallel. Just draw that line out there. So I don't know if you can see it. And then just cut out your paper. Make sure your lines are straight. You want to have a nice looking little. All right. So that should be your paper right there. So can everyone let me know whether they have that? Just tell me when you're done cutting out your paper so I know when to move on. All right. Good job, Kevin. Awesome. Good job, Tim. Cool. Good job, the channel for anything. All right, is there anyone else still here? All right, for now I'm gonna move on, just so that everyone can. Yep. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do with our paper is we're gonna fold it diagonally like this. Then open it back up and fold diagonally inwards here. Then open that back up, and so you should have an X. So the next thing we want to do is we want to flip our paper over, and we're going to fold it in half horizontally like that. And do the same vertically, or I guess that was vertical and this is horizontal, depending on how you want to look at it. But you should have this. And now you can flip your paper over again and you should have something that looks like this. So the next step is a little bit trickier. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and what you should be able to do is these folds, okay, this horizontal part should be able to bend this way. You should be holding it so that it's facing, so that the horizontal part bends this way. And so you bring in these two sides, you hold these two midpoints of these sides, and then you bring that to the center, hold it with your hand, and then the other side should look like this, and you should just be able to go like that, and that makes a triangle. Let me know if you want me to show you that again, because it is a little more difficult. Yep, I can show it again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this paper, hold it so that this center fold can go this way, right? So you want to hold it like that and push it in the center a little bit so that it folds the right way. And you want to take these two midpoints, bring them to the center, and I can hold it in the center like this and turn it around. It should look like this. It's being a little stubborn. It should look like this from the other side. Now what you can do is you can push that down, flatten everything out, and you should have a triangle. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to take one of these sides of the triangle and we're gonna fold it up like this. So it looks like that. I know it's kind of hard to see because the camera's so far away, but you want to take this side and fold it like that. And you want to do that on the other side too. I'm gonna use my pencil to like mark where I made the fold so you can like see it better. So, because I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but this is where I made the fold. So now you want to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So you should have this. All right, cool. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to take one of the corners, so it should be facing this way, right? We're gonna take one of the corners, we're gonna fold it into the middle like so. So it should look like this. Camera, see? It should look like this. And do that on both sides. So it should look like that. So now you want to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So it should look like this. Our next step is to take the top of this. Here, wait, let me hold it to the camera. I want to take this flap, and you'll see if you like sort of push on this, there's like a little pocket here, right? So you want to take this flap and tuck it into the pocket like this, and that should give you, and then flatten that out. That should give you this. Do that same thing on the other side. There's a little pocket right here. You want to tuck this right in. So you should have something that looks like this. And do this, and then once you tucked it in on one side, you want to flip it over and tuck those in on the other side. So it should look like this. All right, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my, oh, this is the one that I worked on. We're gonna take our little lantern. It's flat, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that you can blow it up. And what you can do is you can, there should be a little hole at the bottom here. It's really tiny. Can't really see it. There's a little hole up here at the bottom. And what you want to do is you want to blow into that so that it fills up to form like a squarish shape. Okay, so if it doesn't blow up all the way, that's why I said you can bring a toothpick, that's optional. What you can do is you can stick that in there and try to like make sure it has the shape that you want. So like over here, mine is a little crooked. It probably needs more air, but there we go. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh boy. All right, cool. So if you've got it, I'm not gonna go crazy like trying to blow mine up because I'm not at my own house and that's not good because, you know, coronavirus safety, you guys have to wear your masks, stay safe. But what you want to do is leave that aside for a second. And right now we can work on the electronics part of it. So grab an LED. My personal favorites for this project are probably either red, blue, or yellow. I'm gonna do yellow right now because I feel like it. So we're gonna take our battery pack, our alligator clips, our button, and our LED. Now, typically we use a resistor, as I said earlier, that helps so that the LED doesn't like blow out. But for this project, the LED, I mean, we technically don't need a resistor for this project. So, well, we technically don't need a resistor at all, but like, you know, good practices. So what you want to do is you want to connect one of your alligator clips to your battery pack here, and then connect it to the button. This will be our on-off switch for our little project, our little night light. And so what we want to do is we want to connect our alligator clip. You want to make sure that the LED is connected to the longer end, which for you nerds out there is called there's two parts of a diode. There's the anode and the cathode. So we want to make sure it's connected to cathode, and this one is the anode, and I want to put that there so that it connects. Now your LED should be lit up. Oh no. There we go. Your LED should light up. My alligator clip is being a little annoying today. It's not. There we go. So your LED should light up. And what we can do now is that little hole that you blew into, you can stick your LED right in there. You should have a nice little night light. It is impossible to see it right now because it's daytime, but if you do this at night, it should look really good. So yeah, I like the red one because it looks really cool. That's the one we had in the photo. that I made like a week ago. So yeah. All right. Does everyone have the electronics set up? Let me know when you do. Let me try the red one instead, because I swear this yellow one is not bright enough. Where did my red LED go? Ah, there it is. There we go. The red one's a bit brighter. It's still impossible to see because it's daytime, but can I cover it up enough? No, it's not working. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it if I try to make it dark, but yeah. All right, awesome. You guys have it. And you can use the button to turn it on and off. Try to make it darker. So that's it. That's like the whole project. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so if your LED keeps falling out of the lantern, your hole might be a little too big. So you could probably try to get some tape and cover up some of it. That should help. Just like a tiny bit of tape though, not too much. Have I ever tried cutting shapes into the paper box? No, I haven't, but I think that would be a cool idea. You guys can try that out if you want at home. All right, you're done. Awesome. So for our next live stream will be next Wednesday, August 12th, and we will be building a doorbell. So look forward to that. And any questions for today?